everybody, it's Marie from Papercrafts. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with a 12 by 12 process video for you. This one is for cut to use, so it does class as an advertisement. And today I am using this awesome Boho Circles cut file. And I've decided just to use it as it is. I've cut it out quite large. I think I cut it about 10 inches across on my Cricut. And then I'm simply adding some fine liner glue around all the circles, and I'm just going to pop it straight onto that lovely starry cardstock there. I've gone with a dark background this time, something I don't often do, and this is one of the papers from the Truly Grateful collection from Pink Paisley and Paige Taylor Evans. So I've literally just stuck it down, and I wanted to sort of soften the look a little bit, so I decided to pull out of my stash some white acrylic paint, and I just put a little bit on the mat there. I do actually end up putting way too much on there, and I just water it down because it flicks easier, and I just wanted to flick some paint all over just to soften it off a little bit and give a bit of a different lot of detail. So I'm just popping some little blobs on there, some splatters, and then I just pop that off to the side to dry while I start matting my photograph. So the photograph is of my son. It's about 3 years ago, I think, and we were away on holiday in the Norfolk Broads, and we rented or hired for the day a picnic boat, and he had a go at driving it. They go so slowly, and we were right there. We weren't just going to leave him in control of the boat. But the wheel there on the boat reminded me of those Boho Circles, or possibly the other way around. So I thought that matched really, really well. So I've matted my photograph to start with there on some white cardstock just to give it an edge, and then I'm going to pop it onto this bird paper, which I also absolutely adore from this range. I've only got about half a sheet left, as you can see. So I'm just going to cut a small section. I've not stuck the photograph down yet because I do like to do them slightly off-centred. So I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to use some double-sided sticky and pop that little bit of matting on. I'm not going to use loads and loads of layers. I don't have many blues from the collection. I've only got a couple of the blues from that collection. And I want to put lots of ephemera on, so I'm not putting too much behind the photo. I am going to pop it on some dimensional foam though, so just got a little bit of foam there. I'm going to stick that onto the photograph, and then use some double-sided sticky tape to stick the photograph down in a moment. I've got these two little fussy cut note cards. I think they're from the same collection. There was one large sheet with all these different sort of boxes for journaling on, and I fussy cut them all, and I picked a couple of blue ones out. I'm now going through my drawer of ephemera. Now, in here I've got the Truly Grateful collection, I've got Horizon, and I've got whatever the one was before that, I can't remember its name. And I've kind of got all my bits sort of all together in a drawer, and all different bits of paper that I've fussy cut from Pink Paisley ranges. And I've just pulled another couple out there. I think that little blue one that I've just popped on says Never Stop Smiling, and I've got a little speech bubble here that says "Oh yeah" on it. So they're just going to go at the bottom of the photograph. Just fussy cutting around those. So I like those sitting there. And then I decided to start popping some flowers on there as well. And I was going to keep it all blue. I was going to do a very monochromatic layout here, but then decided actually I kind of like the pop of green. I know there's no green on the photograph, but I wanted to draw out the blue of the photograph. I didn't want to focus on that wood colour in there, but I just did want another pop of colour. So yeah, start pulling out some green pieces, and then I remember that I've also fussy cut one of the other pages from the same collection with these lovely green leaves on, so I decided to use those instead. I prefer the colour, so I put all the brighter greens away again, and I start tucking in some of the green leaves, and also pulling out some of my word thickers that I've got stashed away in a box in my cupboard. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use yet, so I've pulled out quite a big pile of those because I know there's loads of different ones. So before I do that, I decided to just start placing the few items that I have put on there, these little notelet cards to start with, just to make sure that they go in the right place. And then these few little, the "oh yeah" and the little phrase there that says "don't stop smiling," just popping those on, because I know I'm happy with the placement of those and I don't want to move those. So I decided to stick this down, and then I can start tucking things in without everything moving. So again, just plenty of double-sided sticky tape, all over that, and some dimensional foam just on the end of that little phrase to make sure that it's propped up correctly. And then I use just bits of wet glue to stick down these flowers. And then pop that back on, it came off. And another little flower tucked in. And then I can start playing with where these are going to go. Oh, I think I'm being quite brave today. I think I'm sticking them on before I've even decided where they're going. Being very brave. So yeah, there were two different sets of leaves that I'd previously fussy cut them because I knew from looking at the sheet, and I've seen someone else do it online as well, that they were just perfect for fussy cutting. And it did take quite a while, but over Christmas, while I haven't been able to sort of do any scrapping because there's been people here or whatever, I've just sat with a pair of scissors and a sheet and just chopped bits up. And I'm really happy with how that's looking. It's really building the textures behind the photograph. So just having a look through now and trying to decide which title I'm going to use. I'm pulling out a load more, and I love the green of that memories there, and that little green lovely looks perfect as well. So I do consider that a door, but wasn't quite so sure about that one. And then I find lots of different green bits and pieces kind of on all the different sheets I've got there. So there's the Taylor Evans Pink Paisley, Truly Grateful, there's Chamel's Field Trip, there's some Vicky Bootin stuff in there as well. There's all sorts of bits and pieces, so I'm just using loads of them to add lots of different texture and interest in different places. So I'm going to pop that memories down there. It doesn't stay there in the end, but I start with it down there. And then I realised that space up there left by the cut file is actually perfect to put my title in. So I move it back up there, and I leave the lovely, I think, goes down the side of the photograph. I do pop it on. Yeah, it's going to go there. I'm definitely getting braver, I think, because whereas I used to place things and try them, I'm now just kind of going for it, and yeah, that's going in there and I'm happy with it. So yeah, like I said, I found some stars in green. I found some little blue hearts. They've gone on there as well. So I just keep going back through and checking, is there anything else I want to add on here? There's not much more I'm going to put on. I do just go through the final packet of ephemera that I've got from this collection. And I do find that happy place little banner there that just tucks under there perfectly. And then I find another leaf, and I do decide to pop that in at the top. And I also take that blue bird off that I previously stuck on. And I find a green one, and I decide to put him down at the bottom instead. Anyway, that's about it for my layout today. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Quite a simple one with the cut file, and the cut file made the perfect background. There are loads of new cut files in the Cut to Use shop available at the moment. If you just look on the What's New section, you'll find them there. And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. That would be great. I'll leave the links below to the Cut to Use shop. Bye for now.